Hello everyone and welcome back to our class today. I'm Rachel from Yoga Mara and we hope you're enjoying the classes so far. We are going to run through a heart-warming, energizing flow today, so working the whole body here, but also coming into it at your own pace, taking it nice and easy. If you're feeling tired, I will offer a pose at the beginning to take at any stage throughout your class. So just coming into this with kindness and compassion to yourself. We'll get straight into it and I hope you enjoy. To begin, we're going to start on our knees, finding some stillness here and mindfulness before we start into our flow. So coming onto the knees to the middle of your mat, placing the hips just down on the heels. If your knees are sore, you can place a cushion or roll a blanket underneath. Or even if you wish to have some cushioning between the sit bones and the ankles, then please do. And just finding some stillness here, finding a nice comfortable spot. Take an inhale as you draw the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale as you loop them down the spine, opening the heart and chest. Good job. And from here, we're just going to flip the palms, rest them on the lap there, allowing yourself to take in how you wish to feel today. Asking the universe for whatever it is your heart desires. Putting it out there and just watch what happens. Noticing how the body is feeling right now. The different points of contact your body is making with the floor supporting you. And just starting to slow everything down here, dropping the shoulders away from the ears and really broadening through the collarbone as you open up the heart and chest. Letting your lovely light shine out. Becoming aware of the body and how it's feeling today. Checking in with yourself. Noticing energy levels. And just slowly paying attention to the breath now as you draw the attention inwards. Deepening the breath. As you inhale through the nose, filling up the base of the belly. Maybe pausing after the inhale. And exhale, side out through the mouth. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, release, letting go of what no longer serves you. Inhale, how you wish to feel today. Exhale, letting go. Good job. Coming back to your natural flow of breath here. Just taking some more time to get settled and centered. Feeling that lovely sense of grounding here as we find stillness and relaxation. Developing that lovely union between the mind and body. And I'll invite you at this stage to set an intention for your practice today. Whatever may be important for you, whatever resonates with you. Or even if you wish to send an intention out to somebody in need of your love and compassion, then please do. Maybe beginning your mantra with I am, finishing off that statement with whatever word or statement resonates with you. And envisioning this for yourself now. Imagine as if it were already so. When you're ready, slowly beginning to opening the eyes here, bringing a soft gaze. Releasing the hands, taking an inhale as you draw the arms up overhead. Allow the gaze to follow. Bringing hands together in prayer. Exhale as you draw palms to third eye and drawing a line down the forehead, nose, the mouth, and eventually bringing hands to heart center. Good job. Releasing the hands to either side of the body. From here, we're just going to send the knees out to either edge of the mat. Bringing big toes to touch. Walking the hands out in front. We're going to find a nice child's pose here, Balasana. Inhale as you find length. On the exhale, melting the heart, chest and forehead down to reach the floor. So walking the hands up towards the front of the mat, feeling that lovely lengthening and stretch in the upper arms, the shoulders, the upper back. And at the same time as you exhale, growing heavy in the hips here, feeling that lovely stretch in the hip flexor area, the knees and the ankles. This is a beautiful rest and relaxation pose, Balasana, your child's pose. At any stage throughout this class today, if you feel that any pose is just too much for you, or you're just feeling tired, please know that this is always available to you at any stage throughout your class. Deepening the breath here, connecting with the breath. Sending that lovely fresh energy throughout the body. Letting go of that stale air on the exhale. Good job. On your next inhale, slowly lifting the gaze, we're going to walk that hand, that right hand, reach it all the way over to the right hand side. Slowly lifting the left off the mat and draw it over towards the right. Exhale as you sink the hips and sit bones all the way down, bring the forehead down onto the mat. So working that left sit bone into that left heel, feeling that lovely side stretch here in the left side body. Inhale as you lift the gaze, start to sweep that left hand over to the left hand side, bringing the right hand over to follow. Inhale here, exhale, melt the heart and forehead down. Feeling it on the right side body this time, option to walk that right hand all the way over to meet the left. If you want to feel a deeper stretch, then please do. And from here, just going to move into a mindful slight movement here. So coming into this nice and gently at your own pace, you're just going to start to wake up the side body and the front body here. Inhale as you start to sweep the hand over once more. Finding that nice gentle stretch, spending one breath here. Inhale as you come over to the opposite side. Sink the hips down. This time on your next exhale, we're going to lift that right hand off and send the left over with it. Bringing the gaze down. Sweep the left over and exhale to reach down with the right. And sweep over again. Exhale to sink the hips. And sweeping over to the left. Good job. This time, as you sweep the right over, we're going to bring that hand all the way behind the body, planting it down on the mat behind you as you draw that left arm up and overhead. So feeling a deeper stretch to the left side body. Inhale as you sweep left hand, exhale, draw it over with the right. Sweep right over, bring that hand behind you. Inhale as you draw that arm up and over. Lifting the heart up a little slightly now this time. Inhale, sweep that right hand behind and draw that left arm up, this time lifting the hips up slightly. Exhale as you sweep that left hand around, draw behind you. Inhale as you lift those hips up. Arm comes up to overhead. Let's go for one more each side, this time going a little bit deeper if you wish, otherwise just coming into a nice gentle pose. Sending that arm up and hinging forward with those hips. Exhale. As you sweep around, coming to the opposite side. And inhale to roll that arm up. Exhale, slowly lower the hips, sweeping the arms out in front, bringing them all the way, facing the front of your mat and finding that child's pose once more. Finding grounding here. Well done. Inhale as you slowly start to lift the gaze. Walking the hands back underneath the shoulders and start to draw the knees back in line with the hips. From here, feet are untucked, and we're just going to move through some cat-cow to warm up the spine. So from tabletop position, hands in line with shoulders, knees in line with hips, fingers are nice and spread apart to relieve any pressure from the wrists. A nice wide gap between your index finger and thumb. Inhale as you allow the belly to drop, chest opens, gaze comes forward, shoulders lean back, tailbone to the sky, cow pose. Exhale as you round the spine, drawing navel in, tuck tailbone in, and really broadening through the shoulder blades here, finding your cat pose. Inhale as you send the belly down, chest opens up. Exhale, rounding the spine, tuck the navel in. Inhale, belly drops. So just moving with your own breath here, tuning into your own breath, and allow it to guide your movement as you move in and out through each posture. Exhale, round the spine. On your next inhale, slowly coming back to find that neutral tabletop position. So flat back, we're not collapsing the chest here, we're staying nice and strong, broadening through the shoulder blades here. From here, pressing into that left hand, take an inhale as you draw that right arm up towards the sky. Exhale as you thread that arm all the way under that left arm, coming down on that right shoulder here, and keeping those knees in line with the hips, finding your thread the needle pose. So lovely shoulder stretch. Option to keep that left palm there, otherwise start to walk it out in front, so that it's in line with the crown of the head. Feeling that nice deep stretch there. And if you're not feeling enough of a stretch here, option to sweep that hand around, catching the inside of that right thigh as you rotate that shoulder towards the sky. Breathing here, well done. Twists are so beneficial for the body, and they send that lovely energy and fresh oxygenated blood throughout the whole body. So these are beautiful ways to get that energy back into the system. Releasing that left hand, placing it down beside your face, planting down on that hand on an exhale, slowly start to let that right shoulder come up off the mat, finding tabletop once more in a gentle wag of the hips here from side to side. Well done. When you're ready, finding tabletop once more, grounding into that left hand. Inhale, grounding into your right hand this time. Inhale as you draw the left arm up, moving the gaze to that left arm. Exhale as you thread it under and come down on that left shoulder here, keeping those hips in line with knees. Option to walk that right hand all the way up, overhead, or if you wish to find a deeper stretch, sweeping that right hand around to catch the left hip crease as you rotate shoulder up towards the side. Option to bring the gaze with you. Breathing here. Good job. Exhale as you slowly release that hand. Pressing down on that right palm and slowly allow that left shoulder to come off the mat. Planting down on that hand, finding tabletop once more. Well done. From here, we're just going to walk the hands up slightly, just about an inch or two in front of the shoulders. And from here, we're going to send the right hip, so the hips can start to draw towards that right heel. And then send them over to the left. Inhale as you start to come all the way up in front towards that left wrist, and over to the right wrist. And moving it all the way back towards the heel. Finding nice circular movements here with the hips, starting to wake them up a little bit. Finding nice movement here. Option to come into this deeper if you wish, or if you want to make smaller circles with the hips if they are particularly tight, that's perfectly fine. Just taking this time to tune in with the body, maybe switching it over, reversing the circle here if you wish. And just checking in with the body and notice how it's feeling today. See where you need the stretch. I'm just playing around with this one. There's no right or wrong way to do it, so you can close your eyes if you wish. I like to close my eyes in this one and just really find that nice movement. Helps me check in with how I'm really feeling today and where I need that stretch. Good job. On your next inhale, slowly meeting back in that tabletop position once more. From here, we're going to tuck the toes under, coming onto the toes. Inhale as you press away from the earth and start to hover the knees over the mat. Really draw that navel in and knit the ribs together here. Exhale to lower the knees down. Inhale as you start to hover them over the mat once more. Draw that navel in, engage the core. Exhale to lower. Let's go for one more. Inhale, lift the knees up. Engaging the core, press away from the earth. And on your next inhale, start to send those hips all the way up to the sky. Allowing the head to drop down, head hangs heavy. And eventually drawing heels to the earth, pedaling out the legs here. Finding your first downward facing dog perhaps. So if you are new to yoga, you can look at my pose for a moment to see the alignment here. You want to get an upside down V shape in the body. So don't worry if you have a bend in the knees, please do if your hamstrings are tight.
Don't worry also if the heels don't touch the earth, just know that that's what you're working towards. Just paddling the feet out here nice and slowly as we walk the dog out, feeling that beautiful stretch in the backs of the calves, the hamstrings. Good job. Well done. On an inhale, we're going to find still dog and start to wave the body forward as you come right up onto the tippy toes. Sending the shoulders over the wrists, finding a plank pose. You may need to walk the hands up slightly. So really engaging the core here as you start to feel that fire burning within. On an inhale, we're going to lift that right foot up. Exhale to lower, but hover that foot over the mat. We're not touching the mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Good job. Inhale. Exhale to lower, coming all the way down on those tippy toes. Exhale, coming back into your down dog. Finding nice movement here in your down dog as you pedal the feet out. Breathe in here. Well done. Finding that still down dog. Inhale as you wave the body forward, coming all the way back into your plank pose, sending the energy into the heels. Wrists are in line with shoulders. Inhale as you lift the left foot off. Exhale to lower, but keep that foot hovered over the mat. Engaging the core. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go for 1 more. I know it. Feel the burn. Exhale, lower. And on your next inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, find down dog. Hand that out. Well done, everyone. When you're ready, moving the gaze forward and slowly starting to walk the hands, or the feet rather, all the way up to meet the hands. And just finding your hip width distance stance here with the feet. So measuring 2 fists in between your 2 feet to make sure you have the correct stance. And just allowing everything to just hang here, sending the weight into the front of the feet. And just allowing the arms and head to hang heavy. Finding your variation of forward fold here, so don't worry about having to bend in the knees if the hamstrings are tight. Just letting everything hang and let gravity draw you towards the earth. Good job. From here, we're just going to bend and extend opposite legs. So bending into right knee, extend and bend into left, swapping it over. Option to place the hands on the mat, or maybe they're just hanging overhead and that's fine. And just feeling that nice stretch in the backs of the legs, let the head hang. Warming up the hamstrings here, warming up the calves. Good job. And when you're ready, finding a still forward fold. Option to place the hands around shins, ankles, and if you wish to have a bend in the knee, then do. Inhale as you slide hands up onto shins, find a halfway lift, gaze is up, mat in front or the floor. Exhale as you fold, Uttanasana. Inhale as you sweep the arms out, coming all the way up for upward salute, gaze is up the thumbs. And exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Taking a moment here, connecting with your breath. Exhale, let it go. Well done. Inhale as you sweep the arms out, coming all the way up, upward salute. Exhale as you draw a line through the midline of the body with the hands. Hinge forward from the hips and fold, chest comes to thighs, Uttanasana. Inhale as you slide hands up onto shins, find your halfway lift. Loop the shoulders back. Exhale as you press down on the palms. Step right foot back, step left foot back. Find a plank pose. Really draw a navel in, lift the ribs together. Exhale as you drop the knees down. Untuck the toes, hug the elbows in. And start to drop the chest, chin to the earth. And eventually the whole body comes down onto the floor. Hands underneath shoulders, draw the elbows into that side body. Inhale as you pull the chest up. Find a cobra pose. So lovely lower back bend. Exhale to draw down. From here, we're going to bring the forehead to the mat. I'm going to scooch down a little bit. And keeping those hands underneath the shoulders here, finding another cobra pose. So inhale as you draw the elbows in and find that lovely back bend here. Exhale to lower. Bring forehead to the mat. We're going to start to draw the hands back towards the small of the back and interlace the fingers. Zip those legs together and really imagine as if 2 legs are as one. Loop the shoulders back and start to draw the hands towards the back of your mat. Inhale as you lift the gaze, the chest and arms will come all the way up.
Feeling that more exaggerated back bend here as the gaze comes forward. And exhale to lower, nice and gently releasing the hands, planting the palms underneath shoulders, tuck the toes under, press against the palms, knees and hips come up, and plug the heels, finding your downward facing dog once more. Good job. Feeling that lovely spaciousness throughout the entire body here. On your next inhale, moving the gaze up towards the hands, walk your feet up to meet the hands. Feet are hip width distance. Take an inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, fold, chest comes to thighs, Uttanasana. Inhale as you sweep the arms out, coming all the way up for upward salute, gazes at the palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go for another round. Inhale as you sweep arms out. Exhale as you fold, hinging from the hips. Find your Uttanasana. Inhale, let's lift half. Exhale as you press the palms. Step your right foot back, step left foot back, find plank. This time moving into a variation of our chaturanga. Option to take the knees down like we did before, or if you wish to go for a more challenging chaturanga, sending the shoulders in front of wrists, hug the elbows in and slowly lower and hover the body over the mat. Inhale as you find your upward facing dog or cobra. Option to take cobra here, so please do. If you wish to take up dog, hips and thighs up or over the mat. Shoulders in line with wrists, shoulders loop back. Heart opens, exhale, tuck the toes under, hips up, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Well done. From here, walking the feet up to meet the hands. Nice and gently, feet are hip width distance apart. Take an inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, fold, chest comes to thighs. Inhale, sweep the arms out, coming all the way up, upward salute, gazes at the palms. And exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Checking in with yourself, connecting with your breath and your intention. Well done. Inhale as you sweep those arms out, coming all the way up. Exhale as you hinge from the hips and fold, finding your Uttanasana pose, chest comes to thighs. From here, we're going to release the hands out in front, planting hands down onto the mat, or if you wish, you can take a hard back up in place, and if you want to come up higher, if the hamstrings are quite tight, so you can rest on something. Otherwise, right here. We're going to ground into that left hand and bend into that left knee as you extend the right leg. Inhale as you draw that right arm up towards the sky, finding a nice twist here in your fold. Option to bring the gaze up towards that hand or just sending it out to the right side. Exhale as you drop that right hand down, bending into that right knee, extend left and draw that left arm all the way up. Find a twist. If the twist is too much for you, just stay with your hands down and just bend and extend the opposite legs. Just moving through that, so just knowing that that is available if you need it. Exhale, release. Let's go for one more on each side, moving with the breath. Inhale, bending into that left leg, draw right arm up. Exhale, release. Switch it over, bend into right knee. Inhale as you draw left arm up. Twist. Exhale, release. And from here, finding that forward fold, wrapping hands around shins or ankles. Inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, pressing down on the palms. Step right foot back. Step left foot back, find plank pose. From here, taking your own vinyasa, so choosing your own chaturanga. Knees down or off the mat. Inhale, find cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Breathing, twist. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to wave the body forward, come high up on the tippy toes, and start to drop the knees down onto the mat, nice and gently here. Finding your tabletop position, so walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. When you're ready, we're going to start to send that right foot all the way up towards the top of your mat. So your foot will come in between your two hands. You're going to walk that foot all the way up towards the top. Send that left leg all the way back. So as we lunge into that right knee, making sure that knee is in line with ankle. Finding a nice low lunge, Anjaneyasana. So when you're ready, slowly coming up here, finding nice length
Inhale as you draw the arms out, coming all the way up. Palms come together. And exhale, hands to heart center. Just finding nice stability in this pose. Beautiful hip opener here. A lovely one for that left quad. So as you inhale, find length. And as you exhale, you're sending those hips down deeper. Good. Inhale. Exhale here. Good job. Inhale. On your next exhale, you're going to start to twist to the right side. Bringing your hands together in prayer. I'm going to turn around to the other side so you can see me. Stay where you are. So just finding that nice twist on the right side. So keeping those hands together in prayer, elbows out. Option to extend that right arm towards the back of your butt. As you move the gaze towards that right hand. Or if you wish to go deeper, start to bring that left hand around to the right hip. As you find a deeper opening in the shoulders here. At the same time, lunging deep into that front knee. Good job. Releasing that hand. Slowly bringing it back to prayer. Inhale as you move the upper body towards the front. Exhale, release the hands, framing that right foot. And drawing that right knee back to find tabletop once more. So from tabletop, I'm going to come to the opposite side this time so you can see me in the pose. We're going to send that left foot in between the two hands and just heel toe that foot all the way up towards the top of your mat. As you lunge into that knee, making sure that that knee is in line with the ankle. So a lovely, nice deep stretch and lunge here. Lovely one for the hips, so we're not collapsing into this, coming up nice and tall. Inhale as you sweep the arms out, coming all the way up, bringing palms together in prayer. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, find length. Exhale, see if you can lunge deeper into that beautiful stretch. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist and bring the torso and arms over towards the left side of your mat. Elbows out. So really pressing those hands together. You're really engaging the arms here as well as the legs and the hips. Feeling that beautiful stretch. Option to extend that left arm out. And again, if you wish to go deeper, sweeping that left hand to draw towards that right hip. If you wish, you don't have to, so please don't push yourself past your own limits. Respect and listen to your own body today. Taking it at your own pace. Inhale as you reach back. And exhale as you draw in hands together in prayer. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale as you windmill the hands. Framing that left foot and draw that knee back. Find tabletop. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and plug the heels. Find downward facing dog. Inhale as you lift the hips up, come up high up on the tippy toes. Exhale, plug the heels down. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale, come up high on the tippy toes, hips up. Maybe shifting forward slightly. And exhale as you plug them down. Find down dog. On your next inhale, slowly coming right up on the tippy toes. Exhale, plug the heels down. Good job. From here, on an inhale, we're going to draw that right leg back. Finding 3-legged dog here. Come up high up on the left tippy toes as you exhale, drawing that heel down. Start to bend that right knee and round the spine as you draw knee to chin, sending shoulders over wrists, engaging the core here. And when you're ready, step it all the way through. So option to take the hand around the ankle if you wish to walk it up towards the front of your mat. Good job. From here, we're going to draw both arms forward, coming all the way up, finding a high lunge here. On an exhale, pivoting on that back foot, opening the arms out shoulder level, finding your warrior 2. Extending that front leg, turning the toes in to find a nice wide-legged stance here. Preparing for a wide-legged forward fold. So bring hands to the hips, and here your feet are slightly pigeon toes. The heels are out, big toes slightly in. Finding length here as you tuck the tailbone in. On an exhale, we're going to swan dive, so hinging forward from the hips as we fold. Drawing the chest down towards the earth, releasing the hands, let the head hang heavy. You may wish to widen the stance slightly, depending on your own level of mobility. And when you're ready, if your hands are not already touching the mat, option to start to bring them towards the mat, and if they're already there, start to walk them behind the body Again, don't worry if the hands are just resting above the mat, that's perfectly fine. Option to bring a bend into the knees if the hamstrings are tight. And just using the breath here to really draw that crown of the head towards the floor. Deepening that lovely stretch for the hamstrings. Using your breath to create space in the body. Inhale, and as you exhale, moving into that space. Good job. Walking the hands back to center. So from here, staying here in your wide fold, we're just going to send the arms and the hands towards the lower back here. So bring them behind the body here. Interlacing the fingers and start to loop the shoulders back. And on an exhale, start to lower that crown of the head towards the mat. At the same time, reaching up and over with those arms. Finding not just a good hamstring stretch, but also a lovely one for the shoulders. Breathing here. And don't worry if the arms are not all the way up like mine. You start to draw the arms all the way back. Even if you feel it here, then hold it here. Good job. Breathing here. On your next inhale, slowly starting to raise the upper body all the way back up, keeping your hands interlaced, so pressing into that left foot, turning those right toes towards the front of the mat. Finding our lovely humble warrior, so drawing the shoulder blades back as you interlace fingers, bending into that right knee. Take an inhale, find length. On an exhale, we're going to send that chest forward, and maybe this is as far as you wish to go today. Option to stay here, and that's perfectly fine. If you wish to go deeper, coming all the way down into your humble warrior as you send that right shoulder inside right knee, drop the head down and let the arms come up overhead. Breathing here. Pressing into that back foot as you start to slowly come back up with control. Crown of the head up last. Turning those right toes in and this time moving over to the opposite side. So turning left toes out to the back of your mat. Keeping those hands interlaced behind the body. Draw the shoulder blades back, opening up the heart. Sending the torso over that left knee. Inhale, find length. You may wish to shorten the stance if you wish. If it's more comfortable, then go for it. When you're ready, on an exhale, start to send that chest down. Finding your own variation in humble warrior. Option to drop the head down if you're already there. Bringing the arms up overhead. And again, option to just stay here in this. If that's where you feel your stretch, then stay there. Well done. Inhale as you slowly come back up with control, drawing the hands back to the lower back. Crown of the head up last. Turning those left toes in. Releasing the hands. Let's turn those right toes out. Finding warrior two once more. So you're pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. Arms are shoulder level. Gazes over the right hand. Breathing into this. Working that right knee out to the right hand side. Virabhadrasana. Exhale as you windmill the hands. Framing that right foot. Turn on left toes. Step that right foot back. Find plank. And from here, exhale as you chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, find downward facing dog. So just breathing here, paddling the feet out. Good job, everyone. Feeling that lovely fresh energy running through the body now. Inhale as you draw the gaze up, walking the feet up to meet the hands, nice and slowly. Feet are hip width distance apart. And just taking a gentle right dog here, let the head and arms melt down. Clasping onto opposite elbows with the hands. And gently rocking the upper body from side to side, massaging out the lower back. Bending the knees here. Don't be afraid to give a nice generous bend into the knees. Feeling lovely lengthening through the waist and the rib cage. Let the head and arms hang heavy. Good job. Finding stillness here, exhale as you release the hands. Inhale as you slide hands up onto shins, half the head. Exhale as you fold, chest comes to thighs. Inhale, reach and rise, sweeping the arms out, coming all the way up with the palms, hands come together. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Good job. Releasing the hands here and slowly coming down to a seated position. Coming to the middle of your mat, start to wind things down now. And from here, setting the legs out nice and wide. So finding a nice wide straddle here, lovely one for the hips and the inner thighs. So pressing one hand inside the legs, the other can come behind the body as you shift into the front edge of the sit bones. So don't worry about getting the legs too wide. If your legs are here and you feel stretched, that's perfectly fine. It's just finding your own variation in this. And just making sure those feet are flexed and the knees and toes are facing the sky. Find an inhale here and find length. On an exhale, we're going to walk the hands towards the front and finding that nice deep stretch in the hips and the inner thigh, dropping the gaze down towards the earth. Exhale. So walking forward with the hands, but sending the energy into those sit bones. Well done. Keeping those feet flexed. Inhale as you walk the hands back up towards the center. From here, we're going to take a hold of that left foot with left hand catching the inside. Inhale as you reach up and over with that right hand. Gaze can come forward or all the way up overhead. Keeping that right sit bone planted on the earth. Inhale, reach up. And exhale as you move to the opposite side. This time, right hand catches the inside of right foot, left arm reaches up. And exhale. Feeling that beautiful opening in the side body. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale as you draw that arm up. Exhale, release. You're going to bend that right knee in and come around to the front of your mat. So swivel the legs out in front, extending legs out. Find our seated forward fold. Again, coming to the front edge of those sit bones. Inhale as you draw the arms up. And exhale as you fold. Chest comes to thighs. So making sure you're hinging forward from the hips. And you've nice length in the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're folding deep into that space. So don't worry if you have a bend in the knees here. Please do. Especially if you're tight in the legs. Keeping the feet flexed here. Engaging those hamstrings. Letting the head hang heavy. And your next inhale, slowly starting to roll the body back up, stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Crown of the head up last. Gentle shoulder roll here. Good job. Opening the heart. Pressing down on the palms, scooting the bone down as you come onto the soles of the feet. And from here, reaching forward with those arms. On an exhale, start to peel the body back down, melting the vertebrae one at a time. Lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders and head relax. Walking the heels back towards the glutes. From here, moving into our spinal twist. So extending the arms out either side, so hands are in line with shoulders. Let's lift those legs up. Knees are in line with hips. Legs are in a tabletop position, 90-degree angle. Exhale as you draw the knees over to the right, stacking the hips here, and moving the gaze over that left shoulder. So pressing that left shoulder into the earth. If that shoulder comes off the mat, start to draw the knees back towards center. Just breathe in here. Sending that lovely fresh energy and healthy glow throughout the body. Inhale to draw those knees back towards center and engage the core. Exhale as you move to the opposite side. So knees drop to the left, gaze comes over the right, and again, keep that right shoulder planted on the earth. Breathe in deeply here. Well done. Inhale as you slowly draw knees back towards center. From here, lift the gaze, wrap the arms around the knees, and draw them in towards the chest. Relax the head, and give a gentle rock from side to side, massaging out the lower back. Sending the soles of the feet to the sky as we find our happy baby pose, bending the knees, threading the arms inside the legs, and wrapping hands around shins, ankles, or the soles of the feet as you start to draw those knees towards your armpits, peeling that tailbone down onto the mat, and gentle rock from side to side if you wish, feeling that lovely opening in the hips, the lower back. Good job. Option to extend and bend opposite legs if you wish, finding whatever movement you need to right now in Happy Baby before we find our Shavasana pose, practicing stillness. And when you're ready, Wrapping the arms around the knees, hugging them in towards the chest one last time. Exhale, release the hands. Arms are in a soft V here, sending the soles of the feet to the sky. Exhale as you engage that core one last time and slowly lower the legs all the way down. With control, don't forget to breathe. Coming all the way to the earth. And when you're there, slowly finding that Shavasana pose. Nice and comfortable here. If you wish to put on something warm, then please do. Feet are wider than the hips and arms are in a wide V shape. Just going to change the music into something more relaxing for you guys. So bringing the palms to face the sky. Arms are away from the body here. Toes are turned out and you're just allowing everything to melt into the floor as you find this stillness. Quietening the mind and body here now. Just allowing all the muscles to soften and relax. Feeling and noticing energy levels, sensations in the body. Maybe observing a shift in your body and mind right now. Noticing a difference to how you began your practice. And as lots of things will pull for your attention right now, once we become still and quiet, it's then that we hear all the noise. So this is an opportunity for you to just tune in and be the observer of your own mind. And from what you see, you can learn so much. So my advice is to allow what is coming up for you, to observe it with kindness and compassion. Notice what's happening, but from a distance, without attaching to the story, without attaching to the belief. And when you're ready, on the exhale, letting it go, allowing it to drift by like a cloud in the sky. Each time you notice this happening, start to guide the attention back to the breath, allowing your breath to anchor you back into the present moment. And just know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. Letting go of any stresses or tensions, whatever happened in your day or week thus far. Just leaving it at the door, coming back to the breath, finding that lovely sense of grounding and balance within. Feeling that fresh blood pulsating through the veins, sending that fresh energy throughout the body. If you have the time to stay here, I recommend you do so. Even 10 to 15 minutes can be so beneficial at the end of your practice. If not, and you wish to join me, allow yourself to invite movement into the fingers and toes. Gently taking a stretch overhead if that feels good for you. Maybe moving the head to the right and left. And when you're ready, keep your eyes closed here as we bend the knees, coming over onto our right side into the fetal position. And in your own time, gently pressing against that palm as you slowly come up and find a cross-legged position.
Bringing hands together in prayer, thumbs to chest, finding our Anjali Mudra, allowing everything to settle here and relax. Noticing that new sense of warm energy, healthy energy flowing through your veins, flowing through the body, setting you up for the day and your week ahead. Bowing chin to chest, showing gratitude to yourself for showing up on the mat today. Well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and I hope you feel the benefits of it for the rest of your day ahead. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you back here soon. Namaste.